Just a bite! Just give me a bite on that ass! Please! Hello, how you doing? So, there was a conflict of lightning, since it looked like I was blessed by Jesus Christ last time, because, you know, the last few times, I decided to go full power. Full shadow! Full shadow! Hello, Nico. Is everything working? Looks like it was working. Yeah. You're the new security girl, right? I'm Nico Day, archivist of the Occult Science building. Feel free to tell me your deepest and darkest secret? No? Okay. No secret. No secret is cool. Okay, let's left school when I was 9 to become a witch and quiltly hope the school don't need it. People are looking for that past that. Oh. Interesting! And they do, by the way, quite a bit. Oh, they do. Well, shit. Don't listen to him. If you can count a spell, everything else is optional. Roger Cavalenci, Chief Medical Officer. Great. And what does that tell you? You can do more than a count and spell, right, Doctor? Sure I do. Well, a few things: bringing people back from the brink of a terrible baphometic death, creating vaccines for supernatural disease. I've ever seen a prosthetic tentacle. That actually could be very useful if you think about it. I mean, it's a prosthetic tentacle, guys. You cannot understand. You cannot understand science. Don't get him started of his damn prosthetic tentacle. Prosthetic. Any more little nuggets of secrecy, Charlotte? Why do you want to know? They? Okay, there's a... Here's a fine one. People think that I cock my hips all the time because it's a Shabnigurat witch coven thing, when really it's because I'm secretly proud of my butt. Yep, that sounds about right. It's a good butt. It's a good butt! Rest of me sucks, but it's damn good butt. I'm just gonna blame the shadows now. Should I increase lightning? The only problem is that when I increase it, it stops flickering. So when it's so low, it doesn't do that. When it's high, you can actually see flickering, like I'm watching like Sadako of the Rings, you know, flickering lighting. Too much? Too much? Yeah, you can see the flicker right now. You see it. Yeah, but then the light too stopped flickering too. Right now it's not doing it, but after a while, like, you know, give it a minute or two, start doing flickering. On behalf of all cannibals, thank for your sharing it with the word. You wanna eat my butt? No, I love that scene from piece of bubblegum. It's like, I'm gonna eat your butt! Oh, welcome. And also, it annoys my eyes. They strain it, okay? I want to remind you, I'm reading. Hello, Spooky. How's your fit? How how gravity works in this place? Why is the fascination with my feet then? Surely the juicy stuff for cannibal is like the brain or whatever, you know? Someone have watched The Silence of the Lamb. Oh no, cannot eat brains, my lovey. Eating brains give you the shiggles. They do? I know some of the part of the body, especially from like some part of the body should avoid it to be eaten. No human body, I mean like organismic wise, you know. You want to avoid eating certain parts because they can have contents that may not be as healthy. Some people say like the liver, you want to avoid the liver, even though it's full of protein. If the animal went through a lot of, you know, antibiotics and you know, sickness, it can a little be harmful. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You should not listen to me. Shiggles! What's the shiggles? Oh, brain too. Shit and shiggles. An English disease makes you shiver and laugh uncontrollably while you lose control of your body when you die. What? It's definitely something from The Silence of the Lamb. I didn't know. I know what the movie is. I never watched it. I cannot watch horror movies, okay? You know, it's to save my bloody life. Had a friend who had it back home, significantly less hilarious than it sounds. Well, he's dead, I guess. That sucks, man. Yup, and now I'm all inconsolable, and the only way to cheer me up is give me a bite of your giant bomb. Cheesy bomb. Damn it, Addy, you almost had me feeling like you were a complete ass. I won't need a complete ass, just a cheers. Just a bite! Just give me a bite of that ass! Please! Okay, that's pretty clever. I'm here all week. I don't know if we're gonna be best friends. Or just, you know, whatever. I'm gonna try avoid playing full screen, so... The only reason because it kinda... it mess with OBS, that's it. Oh, hey there! So, I'm subbing a class for one of the astronomy guys, right? And substituting means it's time to watch a documentary, intellectual. And everyone watching this thing is like, the closest star to our solar system is about 4.5 light years away. And you thought you feel lonely. Yeah, it's freakishly far away. I'm like, why would you assume that? Why assume that about literally every person who watches this thing? I grew up in a convent surrounded by spell-slanging psycho bitches, and now I work in a university. I salivate at the concept of loneliness. Salivate? I wonder if they say that in nature documentaries too, trying to make weird animals relatable. Wow, well, that's... Hey, yeah, you thought you sprayed pungent urine at the Tucky. I mean, let's be honest. If someone's trying to eat you, or just robbing you, if you show, you know, your genitalia and start pissing on him, trust me, that person will run away. I'm quite confident about that. It's like, not worth it. I don't give a shit. I'm gone. I'm gone. I quite believe that. I'm quite confident about that. Can someone test this? Can someone test it? And explain their experience in the comments. You thought you had a projectile tongue that was sticky at the end, so you could catch cute bugs. And you thought you had a forehead. Super relatable. Who doesn't know have that kind of four-headed penises? What the hell has a four-headed penis? A mole? Echidnas? No. Well, yeah, it was one species of mole has yeah? What was echidnas? Oh yeah! Oh wait, actually no. Echidnas. Maybe girl echidna are into a whole eldritch horror kink. Gotta step their game up and turn their peas into horrific nightmares. I have no argument for this. Me either. Me either, LeStrange. Me either. I can only lose. Hello there. Annika Silverstein. It's the new security. Annika Silverstein, alien technology. Alien technology? Why did I fuse alien with the eldritch? Caleb Wake Shaw, pan enthusiast. Pan enthusiast, okay. Carlo de la Songe, baddest witch cop. Mole cop. So university cop. So what happened to the last security guy? Are they sick retirement adventurers or they're just plain dead? Last I heard he landed in Aruba. Aruba? Then the rest of him landed in Cancun. Ah. I don't know where their places are and I'm not gonna Google it. Yes, quite tragic. Entire Occult Science building exploded, leaving only a crater, oddly filled with indentation of the faces of the workers and students who were in there. That was before our time, of course. Our time, since we're alive and whatnot. When it happened? But there's like protection from that happening again, right? Right? Oh yeah, they put a sneeze guard in. A sneeze guard in? Exactly. What is a sneeze guard? Right, Wait, am I the guy? Wait, am I that guy? Marina? Do you know before it was completely abandoned, Innsmouth desperately tried to become a tourist town? Tried to focus on aquatic circuses, gift shops, and freak shows featuring leftover deep ones. It's kinda hard not to believe it. It happened to me to be named most attractive deep one every weekly beauty contest. Fascinating. Fascinating. You don't look like a deep one. You don't? How does a deep one look like, Charlotte? That's probably why I keep winning. Good point. Okay, we talk with everyone. We can take off. We can go into this room or that room. Probably not a good idea if I start taking sick naps on my first day on the job. Second day naps city. Okay. Does anything else I can interact? Well, we talk with everyone. Good. Hello there. Emily Lucette. A fun trick of the black magic users of the old days was to write how-to spellbooks. How wiki, simply by reading them. Will cast the curse that the reader was trying to learn on the reader themselves. Finished but funny, according to them. Well, it kind of makes sense at this point, if you think about it. What happened to your eye holes? What happened to them? How to throw ethereal fire directly onto somebody's face. So, what I'm looking at are injuries? What? Do you burn your face? Luckily it was just the Cliff Notes version. Fair enough. Davis. Oh, my classes are at 7 AM. Got any ideas for a book that helped me wake up in the morning? No. Wait. I had one. Oh no, I forgot the title. Whatever. Or you want to internalize zombification in the necrology aisle. Ultimately being a zombie without the drawbacks of looking like a corpse. That is actually not too shabby. Which are most university students are. Zombies. Though your intestine will occasionally fall out of your battle. Which are most university students. Volt the caffeine they ingest. They have runny guts. It's kind of sad if you think about it. Because I know somebody like had like a Cambridge. They drink so much coffee they blow up one of their nerve. They must have a book for everything. Nah, poor guy. Though I didn't take coffee over scooping intestine back into my bottle. Maybe that's just me. Huh. Must be a strong coffee. Where I can go? Wow. So big this place. What is this? Do I simply go around now? Ah, okay. Students on Occult Science are discouraged from interacting with other students of the Miskatonic alumni. As strange or upsetting as Occult Science seems to be, the subject is incredibly tame in comparison. Ask yourself why anyone will come to Miskatonic University to study geography. Geography? So what's with the puppets? Puppets? I don't think they're puppets. You know what I mean. We help her talk with unfamiliar people or unfamiliar subject. One must become more familiar with us in order to become more familiar with her. I thought they're just hiding some portion. Spent a little too long in the psychology department, huh? I've heard researching all the dark psychiatrists can rub off on people. You spend a little too long in engineering to not know when someone's pulling your leg. So, working and studying in certain buildings has a residual effect. What effects working in the Occult Science building has on witches. I hope I don't start talking chalkboard to my comments that's regional. No one wants to know the angle rotation of one of my sick free bowling pirouettes. What? What are you talking about? What are you... Bloody Moon? Studying at the Miskatonic is a huge opportunity. There are so few monster hunters in my hometown. I think my job prospects in the future are pretty bright. Are you a hunter? It does come with a few drawbacks. Though, you are not likely to finish your study exactly the same species as you started. Well, hey, at the very worst, I'm pretty sure this place could always use more freaky-ass teachers. Freaky-ass teachers? So hey, why do so many people have tentacles coming out of their back? Well, because the Ultra decided to draw more tentacles as possible. Have you ever faced a necrotic explosion head on? No. Not gonna say that I have. Neither has anyone else. First look at the baffled necrotic explosion, turn away from the baffled necrotic explosion. Well, I guess the first rule will be don't cause any goddamn fable necrotic explosion, but people can seem to help breaking that one. Okay, you can probably tell from the lack of extra limbs, but I have no idea what a fable whatever actually is. It's a process of deliberately caving in an artificial portal throughout our dimension to stop extra-dimensional entities from getting out. It's a last resort since usually there are teams of portal divers still inside, but hey, better than the afterworld, huh? I guess. Hey, maybe you guys should try transmutation circles. That's what us witches use when we need to summon creepy stuff, and none of my coven have any weirdest tentacles. Okay, all you need is chalk, a little blood, some candles, and a complete disregard for pants. Yes, yes. We'll be taught the witch method, but the scientific method reduces the element of randomness, increases the size and duration of portals to allow for human entry, and best of all, you get to keep your clothes on. So science magic plus underwear, huh? Yes, that's science. Science! Hey, Shadow Lizzie, what you got there? What are you, peanut butter sandwich? Greeley cheese! It's the best human invention, everyone says so. I may disagree with it. Why? You probably be asking. Grilled cheese and bread, really? Is that good? Just bread and cheese? I don't know. Maybe just me. Everyone like everyone in the university. Everyone in this dimension, the Migo, the Etians, the Starpostborn, the Cetonians when someone makes one for them, and the Homeworld Elder thingy. They really like cheese, I guess. Even Yog Shotot makes one on and engaging. What? Really? Do not like the internal combustion engine? Not penicillin? The telephone? Grilled cheese, I guess. Light bulbs? They live in total darkness. Eyeballs will actually be more of a problem for them, I believe. Eyeglasses? Great big trays? Microscopes? Gravy? Nah, we don't need any of that. So humanity, for all its achievement, all the love and loss, all the wars, all the technology and innovation, all the art, culture, everything we've done, we're considered by the rest of the universe as those guys that make a mean grilled cheese. I mean, yeah, I choose this thing than everything else because we kind of suck at everything else. I mean, we're not that good at what else. I don't know how to feel about that. The other option is not that great. Nothing out for me. My jurisdiction right here. Although patrolling the whole university will probably be good for all leg muscles, go definitely get my sick muscle, I think. And for those glutes, can't stand a lean steak myself. Much prefer a pressed ham. Good to think. Good to know, Annie. Still, why you're on the ceiling? Stop trying to make me laugh, Annie. It ain't gonna work. Just a small word for advice to the biology department: you cannot just stick a dog and a war veteran into a centrifuge and rejigger the mush into a living bee. Huh. I guess someone else has to say that Edward may disagree with some stuff. And everyone say hello to the world's very first werewolf! It's clear reason I'm not down there with you guys. Aside from, you know, the carnage that will cause. A werewolf? Wait, you have to fight a werewolf? You guys hear that? I got them werewolf. You guys wanna check it out? We're not done here, Mike. Gotta get the incinerators going before we can knock off. Knock off? Okay, alright. First we burn whatever nightmare the corporeal is working on, then we can go back on whatever nightmares the biology department are working on. They got their own bonus after all. I always thought you had to get bit by a werewolf to become a werewolf. Then again, why would any werewolf stop at one bite and not just eat whatever he was biting? I agree with that actually. Weren't the werewolf innate? You birds, you know? Because it's not a vampire. Maybe that's why we don't have zombie plagues anymore. I mean, if zombie want brains, and brains make a zombie, and they eat the brains of the other people, wouldn't that become not a zombie and a dead corpse? The question of my life, right? It's so confusing. There's so conflicting information. I hate it. So what do you reckon they're doing in there? Poke and prodding, same as always, you know. Adventurers will get bored and will be tasked to carry off the husk. If you told a tiny child Albert that in the future carrying corpse will be considered the easiest part of his day, I think he'd pitch a fit. I thought the part between carrying the body to the corporeum and carrying it away will be the easiest part. I guess hanging out in the spooky ass hallway can be a little exhausting too. What? Oh man, look! A stick awesome thingy! Oh, hey. That tough stuff is a colony of cuddle worms. Cuddle worms? Completely with a bloody spinal cord and their human host. Or what remains of it. They like to lay their eggs in these city water pipes, and once consumed they attach to the spinal columns of their hosts, eventually controlling their every move. Oh, what the fuck. So don't like zombies, except, you know, a lot more screaming and begging for death. Very interesting species. Sure it is. That's a deceptively adorable name for the worst thing ever. Did it? Oh, no. No, it was another thing. I bet the boys are tenor that all yank the spine out of his poor soft mouth to announce the worms form a rock-solid grip on the host's brain while they are building them. Fingers here is gonna give him a prod, see if she cannot get him to let go the bug's melon meat. There. Oh, here we go. Excuse me, I just had a thought encouraging that I slit my wrist. Take off your trouser and play your bum like a bloody bum goes? Excuse me? What the heck? Probably better to use the spare blood, huh? Eddie? Eddie, don't encourage her. C'est la vie, c'est la vie, c'est la vie, c'est la my ass, c'est la my ass! A big, strong man helping out a little lady sadistic madness. Cute. Too cute for me. Clearly. Did I change color? I think I changed color. Yeah, I definitely changed color. Wow, this uni is huge. Well, actually, uni are usually huge. Student Ethereum! Due to a recent unscheduled experiment by a member of our security team, the Ethereum has become talkative and boisterous. As a result, our most boring students are required to spend recreational time chatting with the Ethereum in an attempt to shut it up. Really? So this is the Ethereum. Oh! Wait, it was my fault, I guess? Hello again, how is it going? Cannot complain. I cannot do that voice, man. No, I cannot do that. Cannot complain. Cannot complain. Oh, Jessica, hi. Sorry, you're the one who taught the Ethereum to talk, huh? No, I did not. I only say hello to it, and he answered back. I didn't taught him shit. I guess, but I think he knew already. And I'm... Wait, let me figure it out. wait, let me figure out. It's not like wrangling thing. Like, lay your grime over the extremis. You are aware of the mutagenic atmosphere. Have applied a home remedy, so you are local to New England. Where are we? But no real accompanying stench, other than that flowered soil often with other people. Huh? My wobbling on the touch of indicates a lack of exercise? But very dirty boots means you are outside in the rain a lot. Thank you, Sherlock. Judging by the show black skirt and choker, you're an active worshipper of Shub-Niggurath, the goddess of love and humanity. And combining the grime, the wobbliness, the smell, the outfit, and whatever the heck was I wanted to say, you must therefore be member of the Chesuncook Witch Coven. Wow! Exactly! I didn't even know that. Although they were just observation, so what's with the creepy tentacles? This is as close as Angela can get. Okay. Okay. Enchanté! So what's your deal? I'm Jessica Morgan. I'm the record keeper for experiments performed on the Necronomicon. Thought I was a detective before my arms got all noodled. How do you keep records if you cannot control your arms? With a handshake like that, how do you hold a pen? How do you hold anything, to be honest? What do you mean? I have perfect control of my arms. Okay, a bit confused. Oh. Well, it was nice meeting you. See you later, Ethereum. Bye, Spooky! Now, Spider Boy. Essentially, you just need to maintain your resources, spending time on village and start upgrades, but village upgrades give passive benefits to both villages. You need to be careful that you are not helping the other team and their village. What are you talking about? See, that's where I went wrong with my first game. After I constructed our breeding pit, the other village gained enough population resources to spend their buildings and foraging process. Are you talking? What? What the shit are they talking about? Probably a game. What the shit are they talking about? Ant farms? Okay, so after you draw from the encounter deck, if what you draw is a monster, pick from the monster deck, then you can choose to fight or flee. You fight, you compare your player card's ferocity stats with the monster, and add a d6 to both stats to determine whether you win or lose. If you want to flee, it's the same process with a liquidity stats. Okay. Wait, did they put all the nerds in here? Why Dungeon Dragons stuff? I thought he was talking about Yugi for a minute, then was like, no, it's Dungeon Dragons. With maybe some card games too, mixing together, just to make it fun. Well, they're so over-convoluted and problematic. Once you return to the village board, you can add your successful foraging tokens to the village stockpile. Whatever team successfully builds their village first wins, whatever team's village runs out of food, materials or population resources loses. Wait, what? And do I have to go by my in-game name too? Miskatonic. I love this. It's like Harvard kind of thing. Couldn't hurt. They must be talking about the soda board game that I played well before. There are many places to put the board game where you have thousands of words with nothing but a smile on. I know where to keep the pieces. Groot? Renya York. Scoot, is that you? What's unique about our plan is that all the plants and animals share a universal language, also the collective consciousness, like a hive mind, guiding things like migratory patterns, blooming season, what is predator and what is prey, things like that. He also acts as a conduit of the motion of organic life. Flower is plucked, the garden screams, and cow is slaughtered. The whole herd weeps. Human seems to have lost his ability over the last 100,000 years, and those few that can hear it go mad with the knowledge of it. Yeah. Just so you know, the planet is very upset with your whole aunt. I think we're quite well aware of it, to be honest. At this point. I guess it's better go apologize to my bagel. Why your bagel? No man, I hope that ain't true. As a witch cultist of love goddess, I should probably be spreading the love to everything, not just humans. Even suggest about that. And I've even eaten a lot of burgers. Eat vegan ones then. See how much they like you. What the? Are we not? Bob's office? Bob's office? Staff are encouraged to only serve Bob on matters of immediate security or apocalyptic concern. Students are encouraged to go away. Okay. Bob, I thought we were in the art room. Do those wormy things act as your arms? That's pretty groovy. Yep. The thing to remember about all these occult shenanigans is that most of these monsters are just really ugly animals, and animals can be trained. Cool. How? Traditional combination of treats, mild punishment, street, and let them keep my arms. Let them keep your arms. Let them? Let them? And as a punishment, I headbutt the shit out of them. Now they never leave Mummy's side, don't even have to command them for the easy stuff. What? Yeah, what actually counts as easy stuff when training floating worms to act as our replacement arms? Oh, you know, cooking, cleaning, getting changed, all the essentials. You should see me play the trombone. See you or see that? Oh, actually, you, yeah. Ah, fascinating. Fascinating. I mean, she blows it, and the arms play it? How does it work? How does it work? There are several benefits to having every internal organ replaced by half-sentient liquid slurry, for example. You wouldn't believe how much of your brain is dedicated to simply maintaining the automatic process of your body. Too many things. With the slime, my brain is now free to fully founder in the question of the universe. Sure it is. Oh well, I gotta admit, you're putting a good spin on this, still having to carry a handkerchief around to mop the incorrigible sludge out of my eye socket in a drawback. It's like having an allergy. It's like having an allergy. Oh, forget it, hygiene, you're at a Miskatonic. If you're only trailing black slime, you are practically cleaning the place up. Nothing gets an occult science down, I guess. But wouldn't be his brain also be replaced by the goo? There's no space. The geography building has probably the least dangerous lesson on campus. But also has the highest security. Can have the public figure out where the plateau of land is, or worse, rely. Rely? We know? Why not? You know how some people cannot help but get close as they can. As they can to the scene of a car crash. Imagine a car crash being a centralized supernatural apocalypse based in the Pacific Ocean. Folks will climb over to each other to check that out. Area 51. Yeah, I guess. I bet it looks pretty radical. Radical? Radical? So what's with folks changing their names for that board game people are talking about? For LARP? Is to make the consequence of the game seem more real. A lot of people need an escape from work or their studies, and the game is a good way to do it. I actually discovered FLARP is an actual word. Well, acronym for role-playing, I think? I'm so annoyed by that. How? Why? I don't know the meaning of this word. I thought it was just embedded on the spot. No, it has actual meaning. You think I could play with you guys when I've got some time off or whatever? Sure. Depends. What's your in-game name gonna be? Big Chungus. Trust powerful? Trust powerful. Yeah, that's fine, right? That's fine. It should be fine, yeah? But as barbarians saving kick wenches or whatever. Huh. Nope. Oh, damn it. Bye. Better than everyone else Dampa's name. Whatever, we want to play a game where trust powerful, the baddest barbarians sound non-canon anyway. Too much. Hey Bob. Good afternoon, Charlotte. Are you ready for your first assignment? No. Sure, lay it on me. Excellent. The Miskatonic has a more research outpost located all over the world, dedicated to collecting and relaying occult data back to the university via radio. One such outpost is in the New Orleans, where you'll be going. What? Okay, what happened in New Orleans? We're not really sure. Our researcher is supposed to relay daily radio message back to us, but hasn't checked in for several days. The task is to go to the outpost and knock on the door. They always say it's like, Seymour's desk! Just knock the door. If he's still there, ask why he hasn't been relying data. If he's not, just return and tell us. That's it, knock on the door. Exactly under no circumstances are you to enter the outpost. Just knock. Okay, and leave. Okay, so how do I get in there? You have a tunnel? After a few disasters, the government demanded that the Miskatonic experiments be completely sealed off from the outside world. As a result, every outpost in the country is interconnected by these tunnels. We have undergrounds. We have Metro. Help stop this many creatures ready to it. We're gonna see. What is this? It's mostly like a strong SCP vibe. Spooky, so I'm walking to New Orleans. Walking? Oh no, of course not. You have a driver. Ah! Hey, Lizzie! Shadow Lizzie! Wait, Lizzie, you have a driving license? Oh, Lizzie, looks like driving down this spooky ash. Do not shoot them together. Well, probably you don't even need it at this point. If you're driving in a tunnel, that's probably no, you don't need it. Push you all as you don't fire straight lines. You get them leaky like the bleep, bleep, bleep. Have fun, you two. And remember, don't go to the outpost. Why you have to say it 3 times? I hate it when you say it 3 times. Because Charlotte is definitely going inside. Okay, see you later, Johnny. Guess this is the place. Huh, that's weird! The door is open! So, well, the mission is to knock on the door, see if anyone in, and then leave. If the door is open, something bad might have happened. Like what? I don't know, it could be anything. Close the fucking door then. This is what I will do if this in my situation. If I found myself this situation, I will close the door, knock the door, nobody answer, leave. That is the plan. This is a floor plan. If you ask me, was the door open? Yes, but I closed it because I don't trust anything in it. Maybe they're out of banana bread. Maybe someone's pregnant and they gone get a doctor. Maybe Cthulhu cultists have invaded to have a sick hoedown. A sick hoedown? What is a sick hoedown? Maybe they are pregnant with a Cthulhu cultist banana bread. I think this is the most likely one. Yeah, the banana bread, baby. You should check it out. I suppose to be automorized to go into outposts. Dunwichers and witches are for knocking on doors, not poking around outdoors. Come on, we'll be, show initiative. Strangely enough, Lizzie was the rational one. They'll be like, well, Lizzie, Charlotte, you should save the day poking around that outpost. Good thing you did all of that. Those chupacabras would have got back to home based on they told us. We're at New Orleans. How long do you think it's gonna take for them to reach us? They're probably dead before they can reach us. They need blood! I don't think that's what they'll say. Either. Well, I'm gonna take a look at it. Well, feel free to join me if you wanna save the university from chupacabras. Guess I'll be okay if we just look. Fear the goo! Initially, the outposts were each equipped with a long-range radio system and yeah, it's the same thing as that. But sweet is all grown before we move on. That's the tactic thing to do. If only you were one. Why you give me a door to just not? This is to go back. But you just, Huh. Fear to go. Retain go. What goo should I be fearing? Should I fear the goo to fear the goo? The scene is right. Do I fear the goo, the goo, the goo, goo, goo? Maybe it's peanut butter. Hummies are all allergic, right? Hummies? Only the ones who hate deliciousness. As I say, only if you're weak. Weak! When your immune systems try to off you only because you cannot digest something. It's like, god dang it. Fucking system. No, I think this is a warning about the same goo is written in. Can be that dangerous then if the warden prefers using it over, a pen. Maybe he has no pen. Maybe his pen is goo. Maybe that's why he's so afraidy. Because of pen goo. Afraid of pen goo? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's keep going. Wait, do you want me to click this thing? There's a lot of it. Goo? Or pen goo? That's a lot of goo. I'm so confused. What? Do I supposed to click this? Or can I choose? No, where to go? No, I'm supposed to click. Initially, initially we thought the sign were overkill. The Miskatonic already been notorious for his anal retentive approach to the supernatural, as several decades and several thousand casualties, we learned that the most dangerous thing in our work was a wandering mind. I'm gonna treat it like the detective way. Huh. Shitballs. Shitballs. The door is locked. Well, retreat. So there might be good. There's some float file, whatever. Might be goodies inside. Irish goodies. Let's loot. What do you say there? Extraction facility. This must be where they're getting the goo. We gotta get in there. Why? Lizzie, sounds like a bad plan. Why? Because if someone tells me to fear something, I'd like to know exactly where that something comes from and how to punch whoever made it into the head. Oop! Sublash! Oops, a mash indeed. Besides, it sounds exactly like something that the hottest new occult detective team in New Orleans will do, right? Solving some sick mystery. Okay. God damn it, Litzy. God damn it, Litzy. You should be the reasonable one. You broke in? Okay, that's interesting. So I think I must interact with this. Little Yante? Hentai? Hentai? They were allowed a small number of personal effect on site. Easy to just let them have their little trinkets stand to enforce contraband rules. And the occasional knife into God for a supervisor has been as a form of expense. Okay. Looks like a syringe that's a Mivia's needle holding too. This goo is either going to something or coming out of something. Either way, it looks like it hurt like a hail. They just sit, check a syringe? Really? Looks like a poster on Innsmouth. Home of the deep ones? Maybe that's where whoever lived here was from. What's a deep one? There were this race of fishy, froggy foes that live in the underwater city of the coast of Innsmouth. In exchange for plentiful fishing and crabby season, they will mate with the local... They do? I didn't know that. They do? They will mate with the local Innsmouth babes and create a little baby hybrids. They do. Is this true? I don't know. I never actually, read that chapter. Apparently it was a pretty sweet deal until some wandering douche came to the town and ruined it. Some douchebag. Some detective went and told the government that torpedoed the underwater city and ruined everyone up and sent them to concentration camps and what? Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kinda sad, really. I hear the little hybrid tadpoles are adorable. Oh, Jesus. Some sort of manifesto. Okay, April 9th. Well, half Gallo, his name was Daniel. April 10th, to Gallo told me to give her look up to her lover. Well, Gallo, he was still alive. What have I done? And then it stops. Do you use alter goo? It was the alter goo. It looks like a diary. Each night, my darling wife hid the name in the back room of Orleans brothel. What the fuck? Praise her goddess Shamnigurat. What? What the fudge? Hidden deep in the back room of Orleans brothel? Hidden? Keeping the faith, groovy. That we might find a new home and I might find work much less dreadful. She's becoming too large to convince City Light that she's carrying a human child. So we must gather our pennies and leave soon. There's a little photo. Oh, look at her! So pretty, so full of tadpoles. Yeah. Yeah. He's kinda handsome in that too, amphibious way. The amphibious way. Why is that, huh? Why is that not you? Oh, all the storybooks say that there is no purer love than between a girl and a frog. I'm having a hard time to find an argument against it, to be honest. What? Lizzie? Yeah, that's... Yeah, what? 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 I don't know. Prince of the Frog. That's yesterday. Wait, it's 1936? A new prisoner was delivered for ooze extraction. He claims he was a riverboat captain, the ship that sails up to the Down and Mississippi River. He claims that there is a deep one refugee situated in Minnesota, where my people live and thrive, hidden from the university, horrific testing, and the government's terrible camps. I shall rescue my beloved tonight under the cover of darkness, and the tree shall make for Minnesota. I'll miss the radio call in, and I shall send someone to investigate my squalid concrete prison, but we shall be long gone. Looks like the university was keeping this fella against his will, using him to extract goo from folks. But why? Maybe we should ask him. No way, if the university... if the university is as evil as this guy says they are, we best keep our mouth shut and do a little independent investigating. We gotta find out what this goo is, and they're using it for, and why there be such bastards. Holding cell, not for holding delicious pastries. What? Every article, no matter how small, no matter the research house, had to have a holding cell. The topic we studied of the Miskatonic have an alarming rate of contagion. What? I thought we were pastry in it. I thought we were juicy cakes in it. Fucking shit on my dick. I'm not in goddamn lock door. You look angrier than you should be. Yes. Sorry, the concept of, privacy mixed, which is a little testy. Whatever, let's find ourselves some keys and have these vlogs up. Okay, stick on the balls. Is it what I think it is? That Randy. 10 cent, 10 cent, 10 cent, 10 cent. The deep one could be manipulated in a way humans couldn't. They had their brains called a deeper emotional intelligence. that's interesting. Tell us, they will cry out a simple concept of tragedy, so to threaten them with their own was visually effective. Is what I think it is? It looks like that. I couldn't read it. I read the sexy necromancer. What the fuck? Are those super rare dead Randy monogamy art covers? How do you get this? There are ultra banned all across America. Ultra banned? We gotta take this. Oh yeah, sure, why not? Wait, what? Wait, what? That Randy, the sexy necromancer, is this cute little incubus that runs around saving zombie girls after the war ends. And they have, do they have the course? And then... well, of course. God dang it. It was so obvious! God dang it. The story arc was written by my first Covenant grandmother, Agnes G. Willicare. It's the story of how this succubus girl, the purple girl here, wants the dead Randy all to herself, but the world they're all mutually dead. Randy gets sad and he's not boning days. He got so sad and stopped boning. And him and the succubus girl learned that love should be shared with everyone, no save for individuals. It's adorable. Yes, I sure it is. Sure it is. Why do humans ban it? Yeah, actually, why they ban this? The same reason they ban everything. Folks that were getting too cheerful. They had too much fun! Let's ban it! Promoting cultist ideologies, they said. Not sure how love everyone you can... Don't show love everyone you can and don't be the douche is considered the same as, let's get Cthulhu to have the word up. But whatever. Whatever, Plus, I guess that Randy's pretty rampant in his series. Rampant! Quite an attribute. Had to get that love everyone message across in a story about a nymphomaniacal blue midget without getting, hard. Vigorous. But the message was so awesome. Love! Completely true of our cult's mantra. And everyone in Chesuncook. Chesuncook. I still don't know how to pronounce this. You know what? I'm gonna go. They even have a review for my limitation. Really?
Chesuncook Lake.
Chesuncook Lake. Oh, wait. It's a place? Oh, it's a book from Harry David Thoreau. Chesuncook. Chesuncook! But the master was so awesome, complete. Preach love and compassion, for the universe offers neither. It's like... I want to say name for Jesus, but that sounds so wrong. They put that our town motto after Miss Agnes wrote this series. Come on, he's gotta have a hard copy somewhere. The guys at government will shit their minds when they hear what I found. Copies? Is a movie? It must be a movie. Lead seems like, I'm here. It's a comic. That Randy, oh yeah, they're probably, 1937. When did they develop it? It's very hard to tell. That Randy is sexy around episode 1, Death of the Deviant. Once again, that Randy finds himself expelled from the Incubus Academy of Hell for failing the not looking like a tiny idiot portion of the class. For exile, Randy seeks refuge on the desolate earth, destroyed by a mysterious plague that leaves the land barren in all but zombies. Using his power of necromancy, that Randy cobbles together another village made of bone and sinew, drawing zombies from all over this wasteland looking for a place to live. Once populated, Randy affectionately names his new town the Bones. Are we reading the comic now? The Bone Zone. Oh yeah, I pick a few cute zombie girls in that shambling horde. One-way ticket to the Bone Zone. Are you reading it now? Okay. No way I'm leaving without those Dead Randy books. Must have them. How safe is this? You think it's pretty safe? I'm just gonna... Dead Randy to Sexy Necromancer. Harmony Arc Episode 2, Damsel in Decay. With the Bone Zone completed... the Bone Zone completed and the zombie villagers settled, Dead Randy enjoys a life of carnal luxury. But with hordes of zombies come their arch enemies. The only living creature left on Earth. Humans. That's right. A pack of feral Pomeranians? Pomeranians? What is a Pomeranians? Attacked the villager out of the Bone Zone, and when one of his lovely consorts are dragged away, it's up to Dead Randy to save her and drive away the feral pups. Pups? What is a Pomeranian? Well, I have to Google everything. Of course. Pomeranian, yeah, lovely. The only thing that survived was deadly wasteland. Pomeranians. Anyway, man, he's humping the shit. Oh my god. Man, he's humping the shit out of that zombie. I was starting to understand why they banned his arc. Really? Humping was well, aren't supposed to fall off. But you're gonna read all of them, yeah. Imagine Lindsay's day and I was like Dead Randy to Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 3, Polyamorous Pollyanna! A new visitor from the underworld arrives in the Bone Zone. A salacious succubus named Sally. Marveled by his accomplishments, Sally becomes enamored with the Dead Randy, demanding that the pair revoke their demonic job description and become mutual lovers. What? What? Is that class now? I can change my necromancy to mutual lover? Sounds a shit deal. Shocked at the idea that another demon would love him, and much out to the dismay of the hordes of zombie girls, Randy vows to become Sally boyfriends. Poor Dead Randy, seduced by the idea of exclusive affection, like my dead mother. Always say, love 100 people, and 1,000 people will love you back. I still don't know. This doesn't sound bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, that doesn't sound bad. Dead Randy to Sexy, well, whatever. Trouble in Paradise, Episode 4. After a few months of unrelentingly ravaging, Randy and Sally start to become bored of their exclusivity of bloody crows. But while Randy aches to share his love with the rest of the village, Sally demands that he spends his pent-up affection on grinding through their turbulent relationship. Bad move, Sally. You got two folks going against their nature of sharing happiness with the world, desperately trying to keep their happiness between each other. Share it. Share it, goddammit. It's kind of interesting about succubus. Aren't they better? Monogamy madness? Episode 5! Finally, Sally and Randy see out of their ways after an amicable breakup and promise to remain sharing a portion, albeit a small one, of their love between each other. Randy and Sally tear through the bones. Vigorously loving Harry but grinding and grinding. Oh, I love the happy ending. Is that okay? I guess I'm not even sure it's called. It's a grinding ending, probably. I love this. I guess love ending. Love ending. I guess the last 40 pages just meant, you know, lock the message down. Not quite sure what the zombie butts falling off is supposed to represent. But sure, Miss Anya's nailed the metaphor. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Charlotte. Okay, now it's just pervy. Well, that was fun. That was lovely, huh? I don't know about sharing affection with the people I meet. We kind of caring, and learning not to judge others. Well, and how to bone the mad zombie things. Yeah. Oh, that's a win in my book. A bloody win! Let's carry on with the investigation. Wait, are we done? Design sleeping area. Now before we go any further, let me just say that we do at the Miskatonic sometimes a little vicious or a little sadist, even objectively cruel, but it's necessary, right? The universe is quite a culture of unrelenting malice. We do what we do to make sure you don't realize that fact. Sounds about right. A key! A cock! Key. A key to the holding cell. Let's head back to that locked door and check it out. Sounds like a quite bad idea. Success! Now let's find out where this goo coming from. A brain? Who? What is that? A meteorite? What is that? It's a brain. A human one. There's so much goo in it. With holes in it? No humans need their brains? No, we don't really. Oh yeah, they do. We do? There's gotta be an explanation for this. The university is stealing brains to extract weird orange brain goo out of them? I mean, why? What's the point? This is probably why they didn't want us in here. Because the brain goo experiments. Yeah. We don't have to play it cool. Figure out who can trust at the university, asking some questions. Well, Ramin's been there a while. I know I can trust a fellow witch. And you can trust a fellow Lizzie! Yes, Lizzie, you're the most precious one. If you betray me, you're gonna break my heart. I'm so used to betrayal at this point. No, Lizzie! Oh, I trusted you! Oh, it's like, oh, whatever. It's like just like half the fuckery right there. Besides, I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for all this. We just gotta be careful not to get fired for insubordination or treason or whatever. Come on, bud. Let's go to our snooting back in the mage. We definitely took the comics. So, Charlotte, how was your assignments? Good, it was good. Knock on the door, waited around outside for a while, no response, came back home. Did you go inside the outpost? Nope. Inside? Oh, no, I didn't go inside. I was told not to. I did so, didn't. Just knocked the door and left. Haha, inside? You crazy. You crazy! Right. Well, send the team to investigate and search for a missing researcher. Thank you, Charlotte. We had no intention of sending you on assignment so early. Why me? What do I do now? You return to your quarters and get some rest. Tomorrow, you start patrolling to the Occult Science building. Right. Well, talk to you later, Bob. Goodbye, Bob. Next time with a clear leash. I kinda interested they load first the shadow then Lizzie. Now it's still being ticklish. Damn right. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, but for now, let's get some sleep and start the investigation tomorrow. Okay. See you tomorrow, Charlotte. And go pray for 2 young short heart. See you, Lizzie. What? Ladies and gentlemen, since it's tomorrow, and now it's today, I'll be on the episode right now, right here. Hope you enjoy, Hope you love this. And yeah, it's been a long hour. For me especially. Hopefully we can show them this blood-eating heap. Goodbye.